Morning, this is Mitzi. Hope you're having a wonderful hump day so far. I want to give you a review and check-in of day 14, how day 14 went. It went like most of the others. Everything's okay. Energy all day long. Didn't have any cravings. Didn't have to have any snacks. I done really well with that. Didn't have to have any afternoon snacks. Didn't have no hunger pains. I'm really good. I can go without snacks if I don't have the hunger pains. The hunger pains is what usually gets me. I can handle a little bit, but if it goes too long, my stomach just starts turning to knots, and it just starts to feel like it's grinding butter or something. So that's when I usually have to have a snack. I just can't take it. But anyway, I've not had none of those since day 11. So far, day 11's been my worst day. Thank goodness. But it was good all day long. So I'm real thankful for that. Done some research online and found out that squirrels do not like mothballs and they do not like cayenne pepper, but it don't seem to bother the birds. So I thought I had some mothballs, which I did, but when I kept them outside in the outside building because they stink so bad. So I went outside to get them, and of course I can't remember how long they've been out there, but anyway, they had dissolved, which they do that over time. So I thought, well, crud. So I thought I had some cayenne pepper. I thought, well, fine, I've got cayenne pepper. I'll deal with that. Went to get it, had no cayenne pepper. All I had was red hot chili peppers in the flakes. I thought, what in the crap? So I just took my bird feeders down in my suit because the daggone squirrels, I'm telling you, they're like gluttons. They will just sit there and gore. I don't know where they put it. I really don't know where they put it. I mean, cows have 3 stomachs, and they'll eat and lay down and rest and chew their cud. Squirrels just sit there relentlessly and gorge and gorge and gorge and gorge. I'm like, where do you put it? You're not big enough. Anyway, so I just took them down. I thought, I'm tired of them wasting my bird feed. They're keeping my birds away from the feeders. They're scaring them away, and it bugs me. I've put stuff out there to feed them thinking I'll just help them too and give them some corn to eat, and they gorge it down in like an hour and they're back to eating the bird feed. So I thought, that ain't doing no good. That's just bringing them in. So I just took them down, took the suet down, and left it until I could run out to the store yesterday and get some mothballs and some cayenne pepper. So I did do that, come home, and got me some pretty nice little suntan looking stockings, and put the mothballs in there and hung them out there, and right away I could tell, because when I come back, the squirrels was out there on the porch. I set the bird feeders on the porch close to the door where the dogs lay, and here they were sitting just like they're home. I'm like, Anyway, I go out there and I hang up the mothballs, and right away I can tell the difference. They're gone. They was gone for, I know, 3 or 4 hours. I thought, all right, I found the trick. Even though the mothballs hang up a little bit further than the bird feeder hangs down, I thought, well, that'll keep them away, because they come in from all angles of the tree, and they jump. But this morning I get up. I was fine all last night. This morning I get up, and here, what do I see? I see one hanging upside down on my bird feeder. I thought, you've got to be kidding me, you little pesky little tyrant. So I just got through. I went out there this morning. I put suet all over my, put cayenne pepper all over my suet. I just doused it all over it. And it's not been back to bother it. So this morning I went out there after I seen it. I doused it all over my bird feeder. And I read online, people told me that the cayenne pepper will not bother the birds. Well, when I first hung them back out there, boom, no birds. And I thought, oh no. The sparrows and stuff, the finches and everything flew over to it and flew away. And I thought, no. But then I waited a little while, about 15, 20 minutes, and they started coming back around. And now they're swamping it. And the squirrels have been running all around it and not even touched it. So, I found the trick. Which I can handle that. That's good. Without any stupid contraptions hanging around the... actually, I have a squirrel-proof feeder, and I would have to build a box around... Because they come, you wouldn't believe it, because they're hanging out from a rack or a bracket in the tree. So they're away from the tree, but it's just ridiculous. Anyway, and I learned that squirrels can jump about 10 feet off the ground. Did you know that? I didn't know that. That's nuts. That's just nuts. Anyway, back to the reset. I just had to share that with you. Back to the reset. I did have something last night. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce these. The Enderman... I call them beans. They look like beans. They look like big, huge lima beans. Or they're green like lima beans, but they look like a kidney bean. I don't know exactly how you call them, but anyway, I got the frozen ones. It was that and a roasted corn succotash, which I've never had before. I don't know why I've never had, because I like stuff like that. I don't know why I never had it, but I have now. But when I was cooking it up, I love the peppers and onions. I love sauteed peppers and onions, especially a Vidalia onion. I don't use it. The recipe has been calling for like red onions and white onions, and those kill my stomach. I can eat a yellow onion, and I can eat Vidalia onions all day long. They do not hurt my stomach. But a red onion will tear my stomach up. I don't know why, but it does. So I've not been using any of the red onions because I just don't want to take that chance. It's not a good feeling. And so I use my Vidalia onion, which is, them things are, I wish we could grow them here. I really do. They are so good. But I mixed that up, and it was smelling so wonderful. Even my husband's like, "What are you cooking?" After he'd ate some tacos. He's like, "That smells so good. What are you cooking?" I said, "I'm cooking my supper. What do you think I'm cooking?" And it made a lot. When you first look at the recipe, you're like, that ain't going to be enough for nothing, because it says you can have some steamed, it calls for a kale, which I don't like kale, so I had spinach. And it calls for that, and I thought, that ain't going to be enough. You don't think it's going to be enough until you get done and you have this big plate of food. And I can't believe how much food I'm eating at supper time. I don't normally eat that much, my plate that covered at supper time. On the first bite, you know, I'm not really a big fan of lime juice as much as lemon juice, but when you get done cooking it all and you take it off and you put some rice vinegar in it with some lime juice, and it called for 2 tablespoons, and I only put like 1.5. I thought, I put 1, and I tasted it. I thought, well, I could take a little bit more, and I put just a little bit more. That just hit the spot. That was that right there, and I thought, oh my goodness. When I was putting it in there, I thought, this is changing the flavor, because I loved summer crisp corn. Summer crisp corn is my favorite corn. And I thought, you're going to kill the flavors putting all this vinegar and lime juice. It's going to be nasty. Why is this? Even though I know what the vinegars and the lime juice is doing for your body. I know, I've read what all it's doing with the foods to do to you. I know what it's doing. That's why I'm eating it. But I just thought the flavor was going to be horrible. But it wasn't. Even my husband was like, "That ain't that bad," which I'm like, yeah, whatever. What did you think it's going to taste like? Crap, because all the foods so far has surprised me. As far as when I get done with them, I'm going into it with this mindset of, I don't know about this, but when I get done and I taste it, I'm really surprised. I'm like, it ain't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I guess I get it set in my mind because it's something I've not eaten before, and you get that mindset like, it's just going to be one of these tolerating substance things. But I ate the whole thing, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. And I really enjoy that. I really love to sit down and take the first bite and know I'm going to enjoy my supper, and I'm eating healthy, and I'm doing good for my body. Today is starting the last week. I'm on the last week. I'm done with the detox, and this week I'm getting the Reclaim. I'm taking the Reclaim pills in the morning. Well, I'll take them 3 times a day, and I'll be totally eating all really fruits and vegetables this week, which so far is fine. Really has kept me full, kept me the energy, and so far so good. So I'm gonna see how this week starts out and how this day goes, and I'll keep in touch, and I'll let you know, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.